But actually, we're gonna hold that off real quick. We got our guest of the night on here, man.
Hey,
Let's go and fix this screen for the brother man real quick. But you already know, man. One of somebody we've been talking about here and there, man. You already know, Drumwork music, first class, Buffalo Zone, man. Jae Skeese, man. Welcome to Get Your Bars Off podcast. What's good, bro?
Peace. How y'all feeling?
we're shaking.
We good, man. We're just talking some basketball shit, man. I know you've seen them crazy games, man. It's insane in the NBA right now.
Nah, that's a fact, man. I was definitely tuned in both joints, man. Shout out to KD. You know what I'm saying? I know the homie just lost. I was just kicking it with the homie just the other day, bro. So to see him lose, that was crazy.
Hey, bro, he put his heart on that. He had the Dipset chain waiting for him and everything when he was gonna win, dog. Like they had it.
Yo,
man, it's crazy.
When he hit that shot in the fourth quarter to send it to OT, I was like, ain't no way this nigga about to lose, bro. It ain't no way.
And that
And he just had it off literally a smidge off the line. They would have won that game.
Because it was this close off the line and they put the close up on it.
That's pain personified right there, man.
Nah,
but nah, man. Yo, we glad to have you on here, man. Yo, that's a big Griselda, big Drumwork fans. We've been very interested in the music that you guys have been cooking up. We've been doing the homework on the such. Like, man, as soon as he heard your verse on what was it on Broken? Was it Blood Roses?
Blood Roses, and then Crack in the 90s.
Yeah.
I just want to ask, man, what was the studio session for Crack in the 90s? What was that like? Because it just listening to the song, it felt like one of them like old school like Wu-Tang ciphers to me. Like, what was that? What did it feel like?
It was crazy because like if I can go back a little bit, the whole situation with Conway and Drumwork and everything kind of just came about in the last like couple months. I mean, it was actually really a year ago. You know what I'm saying, he reached out to me, he told me what he had going on, and then I had to wait a few months to even like really be around. And so fast forward, you know, we had been in the studio a couple times, we had recorded a few songs, but it was really just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm recording joints, I'm writing joints, and he's hearing what I'm doing. He's like, okay, like I'm really trying to rock with him and trying to rock with Love. And I get a beat randomly one day from his assistant. He's like, yo, Conway wants you on this joint. It's gonna go on the deluxe. Just write some ill shit and body it. So I get the beat and I'm like, damn, it's a Rock Mercy beat. First of all,
shout out to Rock Mercy.
I'm correct. I gotta come correct. And so I think I got the beat at like, and mind you, Conway got this thing with you know what I'm saying, about him, man. He'll test you. You know what I'm saying? And this was like my real first test. And so I get the beat. It's like 11 o'clock at night, and he tells me like, "Yeah, we're gonna record it tomorrow." So I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta record this shit tomorrow." Like, this shit is crazy. So I'm sitting there. I got it like 11 o'clock at night. I think I stayed up until like 5:30. You know what I'm saying, and that day writing, and I still wasn't done. And so, you know, we get to the studio. Love is there, obviously. You know, Love is Love be losing her mind. You know what I'm saying? Like she's
an alien.
MC Pierce. She's not a dope female MC. She's better than most dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and then obviously you got Conway, who's crazy. And so, you know, he had his verse already on the track when I got the beat. So it was like, man, who want to go first? That was basically what he asked, yo, who want to go first? And so I'm like, shit, I'm about to go in. You know what I'm saying? Give me a couple minutes. Let me finish writing. And, you know, I spit my shit and, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the room like, damn, like this nigga just went fucking crazy. And I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was ready, you know what I'm saying? And then Love come out of nowhere. She like, all right, give me a couple more minutes. She go, do her shit. And then she just, man, she lost. She left Earth. You know what I'm saying? She left Earth on that joint, man. So the session was like, it's all love between me, you know, Con and Love. But, you know, we each take this shit real serious. Like, it's not like we are artists who just make songs. Like, nah, like lyrically, we trying to body everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Right. And it's that competitive spirit, competitive nature that brings the best out of all of us, I think. And this was the first time that we really all came together on one song. So we really was like, all of us was trying to just go, you know what I'm saying, go extra crazy. You know what I'm saying? But the session was dope. It was high energy, and it was you know, it was just creativity at its finest. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of was what sparked Drumwork into being like, okay, these three right here is crazy. Because when the song dropped, you know, if you go back on Twitter and look on Twitter and all that, like the day it came out, a couple days after, like there was, you know what I'm saying, people was making memes and, you know, people was losing their minds. Like, what the heck? Like, who the fuck is Jae Skeese? Who the fuck is Love the Genius? Like, this girl at the end lost her mind. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also like that one line that I got in there, the Aqua 8 and Revolver Ocelot shit. Like, now that's what a lot of people, like, they kind of know me for that line now. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was a great session, to say the least.
Now you spoke on a competition between the crews and such like that, and that was one of the questions I was going to ask you guys, because I believe that definitely does spark it. And obviously, I know it's friendly. Like you said, it's love between each guys. But when you sit there and you come out that session, you see love go crazy after you heard everybody go crazy. What does that feeling do for you that night? Do you get back in the book or whatever you do where you write, or I don't know how you write in the head, you still write in the books, but does that can make you write even more later that night, or are you continue to make more music after the sessions and such like that? Like, how does those sessions inspire you to create more music?
I think the biggest thing for me, because it like what I used to do was I used to always think like, you know, I gotta be, in order for me to make it, to get to where I am now, I have to be the best. I have to be the best rapper. And to some degree, I think that's the truth. Like, you have to be nice. You know what I'm saying? Especially coming from where we from, you know, be accepted and to have, you know, people really listen to what you have to say. You have to have a certain level of skill. Otherwise, you know, A, people ain't going to take you serious, or B, you just not going to be looked at as an elite spitter. And that's something that I always wanted to be looked at as, you know, an elite spitter. But I think as I've, you know, grown into the artist that I am today, I'm more so focused on just being the best Jae Skeese that I can be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not really about, because Jae Skeese is already like, he's already a great MC. It's not going to be a track that I'm going to approach and I'm not going to have quotables on, or I'm not going to give you something that's not going to evoke some type of feeling. You're not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you hear my shit, you're going to be able to feel it every time. So exactly. I think if I be the best Jae Skeese every single time, I'm not really worried about what Conway does, or not really too worried about what Love does, in the sense that now I got to be better than them on the next one. It's not like that. Like, I think if we all just are the best, like Jae Skeeses and the best Conways and the best Love the Geniuses, and shout out to Shots too, because he's part of Drumwork. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember Lower East Side, but yeah, I remember seeing him from back in the day. Yes, sir.
Think if we're just the best versions of ourselves, that's all that really matters, because we're just bringing our best, you know, our best foot to our best creation to the table, and just making, like, it's almost like you're making a meal. You know, you got your dressing, you got your turkey, you know what I'm saying, for Thanksgiving, you got your cranberry sauce, you got all that, and it all comes together to make a great meal. You feel what I'm saying? And it's all like, everything tastes great, but you know, if you got one thing off here, a side off here, or maybe the turkey is fucked up here, you know what I'm saying? And it takes away from the whole meal. You feel what I'm saying?
Most definitely. Now, you're speaking of, like I said, the city, and just how, like I said, how hard it is for us to get that look on us. How do you feel about the rising scene of just Buffalo when it comes to art, music, even just people just having multitudes of businesses and such? I noticed a big boom in that coming in these past couple of years. I mean, I know you've seen it with just the music and such, but how do you feel about that? Even where it's the point that it's like, fuck the outside, we're just gonna build it from here now.
Yeah, no, I think it's beautiful, to say the least, because, you know, there's a lot of people here who have a lot of talent. There's a lot of people here who are great at a lot of different things. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, seeing some of the pioneers of that scene has really inspired a lot of different people, even with myself, because you know, I'm living being, you see the Good Taste or Fresh Dogs, and then they turn into turned into Good Taste. But, you know,
shout out to all of them, man. Fresh Dogs.
You know,
oh geez.
So seeing the pioneers and the OGs and how they move, and, you know, all that, it inspired me to say, you know what, okay, I can put together my brand, the B&B LYC, and I can go out. You know, when I was running around with with Seeing Sounds, and I was running around with different people who do art and things like that, really gave me the confidence. And then, you know, in turn, you know, it gives other people the confidence. Well, I said that on one song. I said, I'll be walking through this world blind, but I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to change like the cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like walk around so blind and people, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to pay attention to what's in front of them. But then if you start to really look at what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you can inspire change in other people. Like once you start to, you know what I'm saying, get into your thing, because you don't know how you kind of inspire people just on things that you do every day. It may be some way that you wake up every day, you know what I'm saying? It may be a female you talk to. I'll give you this example. It may be a female you talk to and you get up every day. She see you get up every day. You text her good morning at 7:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You walk to the bus stop. She know your shit every single day. She may not say nothing, but then maybe one day she come to you like, yo, you don't even understand what you've been doing for me every single day, just getting up. And I'm getting up at 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm just seeing you, you know what I'm saying, getting up, and I get your text message. I see you up every day, 7:30 shit. And then shit, she go out in the world and then she, you know what I'm saying, she start waking up at 7:30 and somebody else see that. And fire, you know what I'm saying? So it's one big ass cycle. You get what I'm saying? And it's
I ain't gonna lie, Skid. You made a lot of people wanted to work in a sneaker store back in the day, bro. Like,
listen,
you would have made it people like made it cool to work in a sneaker store. Like, that's just a thing. Like, you like, I mean, I know you went to a story with your song Social Influence, but even what you were saying, just like with a lot of the OGs in the town, from the Fresh Dogs to like you said, with from you to it's so many things that's just been here for a while, that's changed so many through the time. But how do you feel your influence on Buffalo, whether it be from First Class to what you're doing now, has impacted, you know what I'm saying, the youth or the city in itself?
Man, to be honest with you, like, I don't even look at it like that, because for a long time I never really got like the recognition I felt like that. I'm not even gonna say that I deserve, because I'm not gonna say that I deserve anything, but you know, for a long time it was almost like people weren't paying attention, but everybody was paying attention at the same time. I go back and I think about, you know, and I see people now and they're like, yo, you remember 2014, you had the cipher and you did this, you remember you did this and da-da-da. And it's always been people paying attention, but it just, we felt like we didn't have, we knew that we was them boys kind of, you know what I'm saying, but we just never got that real recognition, I guess, by you know, a bigger portion of the game, I guess I could say. But you know what I mean? But I think you know, I try to be, whether it be through the music, whether it be through the art, or just, you know, my status on Facebook or stuff that I tweet, or, you know, when I may say things on Instagram. I just always try to be a positive influence on everyone, man. And just, I try to always give like a different perspective on anything and everything that I talk about. You know what I mean? And I think that's important, because if you got a bunch of people who just always go with whatever everybody else is doing, then, you know, nobody's going to be different. Nobody's going to stand out. And I think it's important for artists, especially coming from Buffalo, because a lot of people are, it's hard to have your own sound in Buffalo, because for a long time, we didn't have an identity. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
In music, or whether it be in art. So I think for me, like, if I can say that I left any impression on people, it would be to just be yourself and just be different, because that's all I've ever been comfortable with being, is just me. You know what I'm saying?
No, go ahead, bro.
How did you get your start? Like, who or what inspired Jae Skeese to pick up the mic or go in the booth and start rapping?
Word. So I always shout out my man Ron P and my man Scoop Dollar. Two of my guys. Like, Scoop Dollar was my best friend growing up, and Ron P, that was his cousin. We all three of us just used to always be together. And they had uncles. It was called the J Villains. They're like a Buffalo rap group from back in the day. And they always wanted to rap because they saw their uncles rapping. My dad passed when I was 10 years old, so I used to always be with them and, you know, look up to their uncles and shit, because, like, I never really had, I got a huge family, but my family was never really there for me. So, you know what I mean? I just used to be with them and paying attention to their uncles. And, you know, I just used to beatbox and they would rap, you know what I'm saying? This was back in the day, karaoke machines, we would record over cassettes and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they always wanted to do their thing. And then one day, Ron P, he was like, yo, why don't you write something? Go, you rap. And I went home that night, and they lived right across the street, by the way. And I went home that night, I wrote something, I came back the next day, they was like, oh, yo, that's fire. And then ever since then, like we was just always motivated to like get into their studio, because the J Villains had a studio. And then one day, finally, like, we had put together a few songs and we played it for him, and it was like, all right, y'all come to the studio. So we went to the studio, and my man Namdi, he was like the producer and engineer in the studio, and that was where I got my start, like, actually recording and being in the studio and learning my voice and all that. I was like 12 years old. Whatever. And so, yeah.
Around the same time I started messing around, yeah.
Yep.
12, like most people start, like most kids start like picking up a pen and pad at like 15, 14, like 12. That's wow.
Yeah, that's a fact. So and then from there, like, we recorded a demo tape. We had a group called Young Bucks, and we recorded a demo tape. We had did like a few shows around the town, and then Namdi, the producer and all that, like that had the studio, he like up and moved to Atlanta, and took like all of our music and all. Like to this day, it's still that I recorded with Namdi that I haven't heard since I was 13. And so
you already know somebody in like Paris is gonna find that and it's gonna drop down like unreleased on YouTube, unreleased Jae Skeese tracks.
Mad
You're gonna have all the fire emojis on it.
Yo, for real, man. And at that point, I had to make the decision to say, okay, do I still want to rap? And I just loved it so much. And I like the reason why I really rap because I always saw that a way for me to take care of my mom. My dad passed when I was so young. And I used to always hear I was so great at it, like shit. My older homies and my OGs and all that, they would tell me, yo, like you really like you got something special, so you really got to do it. I got my man Alan. Every time I would see him, what I'm saying, I grew up over off of Bailey on the east side. Every time I would see him, I walk around, whatever. He'd be at the studio sometimes. Yo, if I ever kept you not rapping, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like he would always tell me that. You know what I'm saying? So that always just kept me on my toes. It always kept me rapping. You know what I'm saying? So that was how I got my start.
And that was another question. Like you got a lot of thank you, Loso. You got to answer a lot of questions I was gonna have. I was gonna ask you when you going through those struggle years and such of, like you said, feel like you're not being heard or people are not respecting the sound or everything, what continued to keep you going through those days? And like you said it's your, what I'm saying, for your moms and such like that. And was it anything else other, was it like, anything outside, like music wise that kept you, or like, anything else that was else inspired you, or was it just fam?
I mean, it was really the bulk of it was fam, and then also just knowing in my heart, like, yo, like, nah, like this shit is dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm dope. Like, I'm listening to the niggas that's on and listening to like, like just mad shit. And I'm like, yo, nah, wait a minute. Like, I got something. I know I have something. You know what I'm saying? It's all about timing. And then like, like you said, I worked at the sneaker spot for the longest time. And so last year, with the whole George Floyd thing, it was a lot of stuff going on between George Floyd, coronavirus, and all that. And I had to make a decision, like, do I still want to go back, or do I want to just like go all in and like really, like turn up with this art and with this rap shit. And it just so happened, like the day when I made my decision to dip, 2 days later, that's when Conway hit me. Like, yo,
wow,
out of the clear blue sky. Like, I'm talking about me and Conway. I know who he is. He knew who I was, but we didn't communicate. I don't have his number. I didn't have his number. We didn't like talk. He didn't like my posts. I was just a fan. We had in 2016, and that was it. And so last year, my mom, she was like, she was pushing me to go get like a trade, literally last year before all this shit transpired. Yo, like you not too old to like go to.
She told you to go to Northland.
Yeah, like that.
that sound like my pops. Go something.
Like, go get a trade or something. And figure it out. And you know what I mean? Like, it just so happened, like, I was like, man, I kind of took a leap of faith. And like I said, like 2 days later, that's when Khan hit me. And then even, like I said, even after that, like, it wasn't even like things was like solidified yet. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the deal and all that, because he had hit me and then I didn't hear from him for another 3-4 months. So that whole time, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking to my homies, all that, you know what I mean? They like, yo, so like, what's going on with it? I'm like, shit, it's if it happened, it happened. But shit, if not, I mean, I'm just gonna keep going, keep pushing. And so that was when I came out with the Asphalt Calligraphy joint. You know what I'm saying? That had social influence. You talked about it earlier, and like even with that, I dropped that project independent, and like I dropped vinyls and all that. The vinyls is selling for triple the price overseas and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Like
that's amazing.
Simple as that. But what it really was just like really just knowing in my head, like just stay down. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what you really set out to do. So you just gotta stay down and see it through.
That's amazing, bro. How does that feel seeing that? You know what I'm saying? Being from little Buffalo that we are, seeing your vinyls overseas selling for $500, $600, like that's insane, bro. We got the record theater no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? We used to have spots you could just go get vinyl instead of like Urban Outfitters or some shit, but now it's overseas. Like, how does that feel?
I mean, for me, it's a very crazy feeling, and I try to just know in my head that it's still so much more that I can do and that I will do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even look at it as like it's that big of a deal, because I know it's still on a small scale, and I've always seen myself doing things on a large scale. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's people tell me all the time, like, yo, I'm proud of you and all this, that, and the third. But it's like, yo, I still like the work has just started. You know what I'm saying? I've just laid the foundation to where it's like now I can build on it. You know what I'm saying? But I just try to look at it as, man, it's just one step. You know what I'm saying? I don't really celebrate my accomplishments like that. It'd be hard for me.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Well, thank you. But
congratulations. But I like that though, because when you like, even when I listen to the song and it like for what it was, then you see when you posted it again to just kind of like as a rehash to show like I'm still moving and grooving, like I still don't want it yet, like in a sense it was like, yo, I don't want it because I'm gonna get big, I'm gonna get all this bigger stuff. But when you say it in this sense, it's like I don't want it yet because like I said, I'm still moving and grooving. It's like you showing that you're showing the bravado, but you're showing the humbleness at the same time. And I think that's a great thing with you, because you were always like a chill dude, like I said, compared to like, you know what I'm saying, everybody's city, like, you know, it's a small city, but when people want to pop out, we pop out.
Yeah.
But you were always like a reserved dude, and like you never like, you know what I'm saying, made yourself like, you wasn't wilding out here in these streets per se. So it's like it's good to see, you know what I'm saying, that balance show in your music also.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got to commend you for that. But I just want to bring it back to like, you know what I'm saying, bring back to like some of your starts and stuff. So you said you grew up on the east side. Like I grew up, like I said, lower east side, like Bailey and Doe area, like 10 years, and I moved uptown and such. What side of Buffalo on the east side did you grow up on? And like how did that make you, you know what I'm saying, as a man today? Because I feel like everybody has a different story that make them the man they were today in Buffalo.
Word. So it's actually funny because like my album is like 95% done, and you'll get a lot of story in the album because, like you said, it's a lot of people who know like of me and know like I'm a chill dude. I get fly, like, you know what I'm saying. I worked at the sneaker store. I got my daughter Nas, but outside of that, people don't really know me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited for people to know that side of me. But jumping back. I grew up on Bailey and Andover, you know what I'm saying? Right where Jae Skeese is.
Right by you.
The most busy corner in Buffalo anyway, you know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Can't make no turns and shit. All it's bullshit.
Shout out to Caribbean Experience. A Friday night, Saturday night there, you can't park nowhere. It's lit.
I grew up in the 19 and the 13, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's actually funny because I kind of touched on it in one song, but growing up over there, it was like when I was growing up, like 12, 13, 14, 15, like the hood was crazy. It was like, it was lit over there. It's quiet. It's kind of quiet. I'm not gonna say that.
It's mildly chill.
Yeah, it was, it's all right. It's all right. Like you
go and
you know what I'm saying, mind your business. You know what I mean? When I grew up, it was nothing but, it was mad, just like, you know what I'm saying, kids my age over there. And we was all just on bullshit. Like we had a little hood over there and shit. And we was doing little stupid shit that we ain't had no business doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was always smart enough to know that, okay, it was older homies over there and I would watch what was going on. Like, you know what I mean? This person went to jail. This person got shot. This person just got stabbed. This person over here, oh shit, this nigga just went to jail. Like, you know what I mean? So when I was old enough to go and get a job, like I was out. I was gone because like I wanted to get fly, I wanted to get girls, and you know what I'm saying. But when I was, 14, 13, 14, 15, I was out there just like everybody else, just doing mad reckless shit and stupid shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of being a kid though too. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
also what kind of helped me with like my decision making and just staying out of trouble was I went to City Honors. So going
shout out to the others.
I always like I would always it was almost like a melting pot, you know what I'm saying? And I was one of the few black kids in my class. It wasn't a lot of black kids that went to that school, so I would see both sides. Like I would go home, it would be the hood, like, you know what I'm saying? But then I would go to school for 6 hours, and at school, like, I'm chilling with like the kids, they parents is doctors and shit, and we got mad freedom in there in the hallways and all that, and like teachers.
City Honors was one of them schools.
Because I was smart as hell.
Is that a public school?
Huh?
Was that like a public school or like?
Would you consider a public school? It was a.
Got to take a test to get in there, and I went there from 5th to 12th.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. So I was in there for a short, and it's a great school. I mean, obviously, it had its bullshit, but overall, it's a great school, and I wish I would have took it a little bit more serious.
I feel the same way with performing arts, bro. I should have been on them damn drum sets instead of just chilling in the back. But nah, man, it's definitely true, man. Like I feel like a lot of our upbringings in Buffalo, like whether it be uptown, west side, wherever you are, everybody has a different story in Buffalo, and it's a small city. But like I said, it's so much that happens in this city, and there's so many different stories that once again, you get a guy like Benny, you get somebody like you get somebody like Love, you get somebody like Shay, you get somebody like Conway. So much, and so forth, that it's so many different stories, so many different vibes, even to, the underground, like our underground scene is insane, bro. Like it's so many multitudes of different artists. Like
upstate New York is littered with talent.
Yeah,
talent.
Like I said, I was part of that underground scene before all the Drumwork shit. Like I was out at, the shows at Milky's. I was I just was talking to my man about it. I'm like, yo, I just was performing for 5 people. Like I was throwing my own shows when nobody coming. I'm performing for 5. Like literally, I just was doing this.
But they was doing the backyard shows. They was doing this shit. I think they was like 2 years ago. I remember people was doing those.
We was doing the show at
the backyard show.
Bro. Yeah, bro. I remember even G-Rec used to do concerts right in front of the crib, bro. Like, bro, people was really out there grinding, bro. Like for real, it was no eyes on us, so the people was really out there grinding, man.
Yeah, I mean, we was trying to make something out of nothing, and shout out to everybody that's still doing it. Like, I'm still cool with everybody that's still, in that same struggle and still doing it. So, I've been telling everybody, like, just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because as people like me, people like Love, people like Shots, people like Lucky 7, like as we continue to grow, that's just gonna make more room for everybody else. Because now they seeing us and they're like, hold up, like, and that's a good thing too. Like you were saying, like about me is that as an artist, I'm a complete 180 from Griselda. I'm not talking about. I can tell you a story about something that I've seen or somebody that I know may have done or whatever the case. But I'm talking about my life. So it's not. I'm not really talking about selling drugs. I'm not really talking about killing people. I'm giving you like real life game, real life gems, and I'm telling you my story. Like, you know what I'm saying, because it's relatable. You know what I'm saying? So. It's a lot of people here that's doing a lot of great things, man, and everybody brings something different to the table. So I say that to say, man, everybody just keep going, man, keep doing this shit.
Now we just had Father's Day pass, man. How was your Father's Day, man? Happy belated Father's Day, also, man.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It was great, actually, man. You know what I'm saying? I had a great weekend. I didn't really post anything though, because like when stuff like that does come around, I usually. Like whether it be Father's Day, my daughter's birthday, whatever the case, like, usually for her birthday, I'll post or whatever, but I just be trying to just, keep it authentic and be with her, you know what I'm saying? And mob with her. Like we went to Splash Lagoon. We kicked, grilled at the crib, you know what I'm saying? And I just keep it authentic with her, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? Do the shit that we like to do. I don't got to like get online because it's bigger than just being a father for that day. Like I'm a father every single day I wake up. You feel me? So post her when it's not Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit. It is.
No, that's what I was really happy about. They put that movie. That's with Kevin Hart. I didn't see it yet, but I'm happy that they even have a film out there. It's the fatherhood film, which is him as a single father, and they just talking about the, you know what I'm saying, the struggles he go with that. Like, you just don't see films like that every day. And I think those stories, just to even if a father, you know what I'm saying, co-parents or anything, those conversations and those things need to be seen more, because there's a lot of great fathers out here doing it. Now with your music and such, how do you balance fatherhood and being an artist?
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like being on a flying trapeze. You know, like it's hard, but you know, now she has a great mother. Shout out to Keita. She has, you know what I'm saying, a great grandmother. Shout out to my mom. Her other grandmother holds it down, and you know, I got a village full of she got a village full of uncles. You know what I'm saying? All my friends,
Come on,
especially like her godfather Weeze. You know what I'm saying? Like, he holds it down. It's my best friend. You know what I'm saying? So when he's needed, he's always there. He hold it down for, you know, his nieces and nephews as well. So, you know, it's a struggle, but it's like, man, everybody that I kind of got around me, for the most part, sees my vision, and they understand that when I'm not there, it's not because I don't want to be there. It's because I'm actually there doing this all for Nas. You feel what I'm saying? For my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had a situation. I just was in LA, and I met like Alchemist, and you know what I'm saying, I was around like, Jay-Z, I was around hip hop, I was around he was at Rock Nation and all
legends.
Yeah, I'm around shit. The niggas in the game, like the niggas that's really doing it.
Nice.
Same day when I flew to LA, I actually missed my daughter's pre-K graduation. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was a decision that I had to make. It was like, shit, do I go to this pre-K graduation, or do I possibly put myself in a situation where I could be better in myself? You get what I'm saying? So it's tough. And I remember when I first got with Conway, he was saying that, like, yo, like, cause he's a father, you know what I'm saying? And he's just a great person, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, great with advice, great with stories. And I just pick up a lot of game from him because he's older than me. And you know, he was telling me when I first got around him, like, yo, if you really trying to do this shit for real, like, you know, it's sacrifices you're gonna have to make. And he was just, you know, telling me, you know, different things about him and his situation. And so that particular situation that I just had like 2 weeks ago, it really put a lot of shit in perspective for me, because it was like, damn, I'm on this plane right now, and like, this is like one of the highlights of my budding early career.
Yeah.
I'm also missing this graduation, and I felt like shit. But also, I felt secure in the decision that I made, because in decisions that you make like that, you gotta be sure, because if you're unsure, it ain't gonna go the way that you need it to go. You feel me? That's just the universe.
The law of attraction, man.
That's the universe and God moving shit around and testing you, like, shit, what you gonna do? You pray for it, you ask for it, what you gonna do? You feel me? So I say that to say, and I was talking about this the other day. It's a lot of artists in Buffalo that want to do it. I'll give you this example too, if I got a second to talk. But when last year, when Conway had hit me initially, I was just like going to his crib and we was recording and shit. And then I get a text from his assistant one day, like, yo, we just peeled to New York. If you can get down here, come down here. I didn't know what we was gonna do. I didn't know nothing. I just got an address. And he was like, yo, if you can get here. Boom. Sent it to me. I didn't know where I was stay at. I was broke at the time. I didn't really have no bread. I was just like, shit, I'm about to just take my truck and we out. So me and Love hopped in my truck. We drove down. We get there.
So y'all were already moving and grooving together, even be like, yo, this is like right after the signing, or
no,
before?
This was prior to the signing. We did, like I said, we did nothing was certain. Like, none of this shit. Like,
so you and Love was already a package together.
Nah, we wasn't even a package. Like, me and Love, no Love. I've known Love since like 09.
Okay.
09.
Gotcha.
We sitting there or whatever, and we pull up, and the address they gave us it was like this huge studio. Like, I ain't never been in a studio like this before. It was like Cardi B Plex. They recorded part of Shrek in there. Fucking
Eddie was in there.
Big
Eddie was in there.
Bro, like, I'm talking about, it was real serious shit in there. I walk in and Conway is in there. He's working on some songs with Hitmaker or whatever. So he's working.
Shit.
First thing he said to me was like, yo, I'm glad y'all came, because if y'all wouldn't have came, it would have told me everything I needed to know. And so I say that to say this. it's a lot of people, and he even said it. He was like, it's a lot of people that wouldn't just drop everything and just come without knowing like what's going on, or knowing shit, I'm about to be in the studio, shit, I ain't about to go, or would be scared to even make that move.
Yeah.
But again, like I wanted it so bad, Love wanted it so bad. We was like, shit, Conway said come through, shit, we out. You know what I'm saying? And so I say that to say it's a lot of artists who won't just lay it all on the line. You gotta just lay that shit on the line, bro. Like if you really want it, and like I was saying with my daughter's graduation, it's like, yo, like I would have loved to have been there. But it's like, man, how bad do you really want it? You prayed for it, and then when you get that opportunity, it's laid out in front of you. God put it there in front of you. It's like, what you gonna do?
Yeah, man. I see. Definitely sacrifices have to come in order, you know what I'm saying, to really get the greater things in life, man. That's the obstacle, like you said, God puts in front of us. I always think that God doesn't just give you what you want. He gives you the plan, and it's up to you to go through that obstacle to get to there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look, and I think that's a great outlook to look at.
He lays out the maze, and you got to walk through it.
Exactly, man.
There you go. God helps them who help themselves.
Exactly. Now, like you said, with your title, you had Asphalt Calligraphy come out last year. Now, with that title, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much like say Asphalt Calligraphy. You know what I'm saying, crazy with the pen, things like that. So, in a sense, you're crazy with art also. How has Buffalo inspired your art? And another question, how has that art inspired your music? Because I see this has been going crazy as of late. Like you've been going crazy.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, as far as Buffalo, I like to just use the landscape and use, you know what I'm saying, just the overall, just the feel of the city when I'm making my art. And it's also like a lot of my art is abstract. So if we talking about like what I do on canvas, it's very abstract, and a lot of it is like more so my thoughts. But obviously, because I'm from Buffalo, a lot of it is inspired by the fact that I grew up here. You know what I mean? And just my overall experiences here. But a lot of my art is really about my life, or it may be, you know, I have different designs that I do just based off of things that I think are just really cool, whether it be on, you know, canvas or on clothing. Actually, I got a drop coming up soon too. I'm dropping some new shorts. I'm dropping some new hats as well. But then, in terms
some shorts,
gonna be crazy too. They some shit I know nobody else is doing right now. So, you know, I'm excited to drop those. But in terms of like how the art inspires the music, what I've noticed is that like as I've, you know, grown more as more so like a painter and, you know, somebody who draws and stuff like that, as my confidence has grown in that area, it's kind of inspired me to just keep going in terms of like a writer and like recording, because it's kind of like similar to the situation with like Love and like Conway. It's not that I'm trying to be better in these like than this. I'm not trying to be a better painter than I am rapper or vice versa, but it's like it just kind of inspires me. It's like, okay, I did this today. Like today I worked on a canvas and I drew his face and it was beautiful. So now I can go over here and say, okay, I'm gonna write a 16 and this 16 is gonna be ill, like super. I can go back and say, okay, well today I'm gonna work on this landscape. I'm gonna do this, and you know, I'm gonna make these new shirts and these new hats, and then you know what I'm saying. So you just use or at least I do. I use the energy to kind of bounce off one another.
Yeah,
it keeps me creative. And when I may be slow in one area over here, I may not have any inspiration here. I may get inspiration over here.
I can see that. That's definitely, like you said, you're going crazy with one part. The energy is already up. So shit, let me just put that rest of that energy in the pen. Go ahead, Lo.
You put out it was a 3-pack or a 2-pack, and back in February, the 221 pack, fire by the way.
That's sweet.
Big L bars produced by my guys Buddha and Grands. You named the song Big L bars. Would you say that Big L was you were a Big L fan back in the day?
I'm a huge Big L fan. He's like,
I love that, man. Not a lot of niggas know about Big L.
Yeah, he's one of my main influences. And if you pay attention, because that beat that's the Milkbone beat from I forget what the name of the song is off the top of my head, but you know, Jay-Z and Big L killed that beat, 7-minute freestyle.
Yes,
sir.
Or I'm sorry, not that exact beat, but the beat was sampled from the same sample. So, and real quick, let's go back. You said I dropped it back in February. That actually came out about a month ago. The 2 and 21 is actually it's countdown packs. So if you remember when Jordan was dropping the different.
You had the two pair of J's on there. Yep.
So the first one was the 1 and 22 pack. Then you had the 2 and 21 pack. The next one coming up is the 3 and 20 pack because I'm real huge into sneakers, and so I was dropping the 2 packs of songs. So that was the inspiration for that.
Rest in peace to those days at Rick's.
Cover art, you'll see if you look at the box, you'll see Jordan in the middle, and then it says Skeese on the jersey, and then you got the 2 shoes.
Yep.
So
that shit is so hard, bro.
Kind of know that. It has the same sample as that beat, right? And then if you pay attention to the way that I rap, like how Big L sets up his punchlines, I took the same style, and then it had those cuts at the end from that same freestyle 2 to 7 minute chunk. So I
really like that because between you doing that and what Love is doing with the ladies in hip hop, I think it's such a great homage just to show that the people of this generation, we do our history. We're not like the little Yachty's and such that don't know who a Biggie song or a Pac song. And there's no slight to Yachty. I fuck with some of the shit that Yachty do, but that was a nasty time when we seen that. And just to see that with the music and like really going in, and you got like some series and such like this, and just taking an extra effort to continue to show, you know what I'm saying, different pockets you guys can get into. And then, me, like the countdown with the sneakers, that intrigues me right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, rest in peace to the days at Rick's and Sneaker Town where you can just go and get a nice countdown pack, man. Like them days is
countdown pack.
So important,
real,
man.
Bro.
Hip hop period. And Nas, he's a great I guess a great, someone to look to, in terms of paying homage because of the way he paid homage to like those people who really.
He's a great historian. Yeah.
Great hip hop historian, right?
Yes. I think they're building or doing something like Hip Hop 50 or something of that nature. I don't know if it's a museum or something like that nature.
Museum in Queens that I know someone who's actually working on that right now, but there's another one too. I don't know where it's going to be at in New York, but there's another one too that they're working on as well.
Hopefully NEX.
Yep. Yep. I think so. I think it's going to be maybe in the Bronx or something like that.
It gotta be.
That'd be hard, man. That'd be hard.
But it's important to pay homage, man, and I feel like that's a big portion of hip hop because there's a lot of people who paved the way, and you gotta show love, you gotta pay homage. Like it's no other way to get into the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like when I meet, you know what I'm saying, the D's and Y, like I met D and Y the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like from Rough Riders.
Come on, those are goats, man.
Legends, man.
On Instagram, and it may not get the likes that the picture with Swiss get. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's important because these are some of the people that paved the way that everybody don't really know, but these are the people that deserve those flowers and they deserve because they helped pave the way for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. That's so much knowledge that you like. And just speaking of that, just the shoulders you've been rubbing, man. Like, how has that influenced you? Like, what's some of the things you've been hearing, seeing, man? Because you, like, said, from Jay to D and Y, like Jones, like you were in some crazy rooms, bro. You the Swiss playing the album, like you was in some crazy rooms, bro. Like, how does that feel? Like,
what is the Jay?
And like, I ain't lie, I'm listening as a fan at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, word, like being in the room, like for me, it's crazy because like I was just telling you last year, literally like probably today, last year, I was sitting where I am right now, and I was like trying to figure out my life. You get what I'm saying? And then fast forward a year later, and now I'm in a room with Fab, Jim Jones, and fucking Swiss Beats all at the same time, listening to an unreleased DMX record. You get what I'm saying? So it's really crazy. But for me, in the moment, and this is kind of advice to other people who are listening who may be in these rooms as well, or maybe they'll be in a position to be in one of these rooms one day. You just gotta act like you've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like the Swiss Beats. I met Mary J. Blige, bro. Shook hands with J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? And told her, like, you know, I've been listening to you since I was about 7 years old. Like I grew up on your music. My mom loves you. Like I love you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And it was cool. But then it's like when you in the car going home, or you get back to your hotel, you're like, yo, I just was fucking with Mary.
It sets in. The fanboy sets in.
Right. But when you're in those moments, it's like, you know, you just gotta act like you've been there, because at the end of the day, they're people just like you're a person, and you wouldn't like it if somebody, you know, you may have fans, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? Whether you cook, whether you make music, you may be a football player, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't like it if somebody ran up on you and was drooling all over you and just made it hot. You don't want to make it, you know what I'm saying? But
hell yeah.
Being in those rooms though, it's like, and I said this on my Facebook, somebody had asked me like what it was like. I'm starting to come more to terms now where it's like I'm supposed to be in these rooms. It's not, I'm like, it's a reason why I'm in these rooms. Because before it felt like, at first it was like, well, damn, I'm only here with Conway. I'm Conway, man, da-da-da-da-da. Like, but then I had to think about it like, shit, I just was on La Machina 3 times.
Whoo, come on.
Yes, you were.
Yo.
Yes, you were.
These people
actually
probably know me without really knowing me. So let me go over here and introduce myself. Oh, yo, you okay? Yeah, I heard. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you, I guess, gain that confidence. Like, yo, nah, hold up, I'm supposed to be here. You know what I mean? So that's like what it kind of feels like to be in those rooms now. You know what I mean?
Now, what you saying that like being on La Machina 3 times? Oh, pardon me. All right, go ahead, Los. Go ahead, Los.
Any artist you'd like to work with from any genre, not just rap?
I want to do a song with Flowetry.
Yes. Come on, you gonna bring them back together? Yes. He's gonna bring them back together.
I need both.
Not just Marsha, both of them.
I need both of them.
That poetry.
And I'm sorry, I think her name is. I want to say is. That's what
I be forgetting too, bro. I'm gonna look it up.
I want to say it's her, but I don't want to lie. But shout out to her. Shout out to Marsha, man. They're a beautiful, beautiful tandem.
Natalie Stewart. I
don't know why I wanted to say.
I always forget it, but now that I hear it, I always heard it now.
Right. The
amazing poet.
Stewart. I knew it was an S somewhere. But yeah, definitely Flowetry. I love Flowetry. Shout out to my man Rose. He's actually an artist from the town that I've worked with, and he's more so on like a alternative like singer. He's got a dope sound. I got a track with him. It's like a summer record that I'm actually gonna be dropping soon, and I'm real excited about. So that's somebody else that I've worked with that's done some different stuff. But in terms of like industry cats, like I haven't really given it too much thought because I've been so focused on just like getting my sound out there. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people have been asking me too, like, yo, who all you got on your album? Like what you know what I'm saying? What features you got? And I'm like, I didn't really want no features. Like everybody on my album is from Buffalo.
That's what, come on.
Literally.
That's kind of much, you kind of had that on the last one also. You had Soul, you had Vaughn. I think that was pretty much all Buffalo also.
You gotta think this is my Drumwork debut. You know,
true.
Album. This is my first album. Like this is gonna be technically my first album. So if you think about Kendrick Lamar with what was his joint? Not Section 80, joint before Section 80.
Overly dedicated.
Like my overly dedicated or my section. You get what I'm saying? So I really wanted it to be me. I didn't want it to be okay. Now I got Big Sean, I got Jid, and I got da. And these are people that are accessible. You know what I'm saying? Like all Conway has to do is really make a phone call. And I got phone numbers, so I can hit these different people up. You know what I mean? It's not really hard to do, but I wanted people to know me before they know me. Yeah. Like it's
that, yeah.
And it's good to have those names on there. It's always dope. It sells more records and it's a great look. You know what I'm saying? And they're all great artists, but it's like, man, I want people to know me. Exactly. And know where I'm from, the people that I have respect for. You know what I'm saying?
But what's some people from the town that you do have on there?
So I mean, I got Conway on there. I got Love the Genius on there. I have Coda Sevilla, if you know who Dakota is.
I'll look her up. I mean, sometimes I know people by their real names. Sometimes I don't be knowing their artist names.
Yeah. I met Dakota in 2019, and I said the day that I met her, if I had a record label, whatever, and I had the means to sign her, I would have signed her that day. She's absolutely fire. I got Origino on there, B-Boy.
Shout out my bro Nelson. That's his. Yep. Shout out to my bro. Yep.
I have Jillian Hainsworth on the album. She's
PA, yes sir. Yeah.
And that's everybody.
Yep. That's
now,
cool.
are these like the young ladies? Are these like singers? Like besides Love, are these like singers? Like, or are they like rappers too?
No, so Jillian, she's a poet. She's strictly a
Okay.
poet. And then, or actually, she sings too, but I don't think nobody knows that. So don't tell her that, or don't say that I told you. You know what I'm saying?
Neither
But
here nor there.
poet is a singer. She can rap too, but she's a singer. You know. So she did some vocals on one of my tracks, and then Jillian, she delivered a poem that's like just gonna blow your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of the high points of the album. It's like I had a top 5 points on the album. It's in the top 5. Like every time
I'm interested in this.
I listen to it, I get chills.
Ooh.
That's the thing. I think shout out to, you know what I'm saying, West Side and such like that, just incorporating poetry back into rap. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen it in so long. I think it's so great for music. I seen somebody made a post that's like, I think every artist should find some way to incorporate jazz into their music. I think every should find some way to incorporate poetry too, man. Like spoken word. It's so good to the soul, man. Like them deaf poetry ears, man. Like it's Def Jam and poetry coming together. So we have a connection somewhere. And I'm glad that it's happening with, you know what I'm saying, our music, man. That's really dope to see.
Poetry, you know what I'm saying? I was doing poems in my music. I had a full track that was just a poem actually from 2011. That was on my second mixtape.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know, and I love doing that shit. You know what I mean? But I think when you bring somebody else in, it brings a totally different perspective. Jillian is from the East Side. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she grew up around the corner. She actually references it in the poem, it's like one of those parts that just like every time I hear it, I want to start crying. It's just the way that she put it. It's so beautiful, bro. Like it's like next level. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole album is just it's got such a great feel, and it's relatable and it's strong. You feel what I'm saying? The first half of the album is just like very it's like in your face kind of. I'm rapping different than I've ever rapped before. Like that's what everybody's gonna say. Like, yo, you kind of changed up. Not in a sense like I'm dumbing anything down or anything, but it's more so my cadence and I guess my aggressiveness. Cause normally I'm real just chill. You know what I mean? I'm fires at you. But in this shit, I'm like more so I want you to like really feel me. And then the second half of the album is very like it's more it's just more heartfelt. I kind of chill out and kind of bring it down a notch, but everything I'm spitting at you or every song is just very like you feel it right here, like for real, especially if you're from the town.
Okay, I like
you
that.
Know me more, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying earlier, people don't know me, you know what I'm saying? People know my face. I'm not nobody cousin. You know how Buffalo, everybody's somebody cousin. You somebody cousin, or you used to hoop, or you used to play football for this person, or you know what I'm saying? So that's how I know this nigga. Like he used to ball over here. I'm not none of that. I'm not nobody cousin. I ain't used to hoop over there. Niggas don't know me from the J. Like nah, like I'm a rapper, bruh. But niggas don't really know my story.
Right.
I really get my story in the album. It's called Abolished Uncertainties.
Abolishing Uncertainties. I like that because that was pretty much going to be my question. What was your vision for your next album?
Abolished Uncertainties.
Abolishing Uncertainties. Abolishing Uncertainties. I like that. So, because like I said, that was going to be my question. Was, you know what I'm saying, what was the vision for your next, you know what I'm saying, project? But you already got it 95% done. So that's good to hear. So, you know what I'm saying, before I get into like just some sneaker talk real quick, what is some of you, like, what do you like to listen to outside of rap? Like, say you said flowetry. So what are you like an R&B? I'm an R&B head. They kill me every day because we do waves of the week about songs we listen to.
He's about to play some Barry White soon.
It's either I'm playing some R&B or I'm just playing some, you know what I'm saying, some smooth shit. I like smooth shit. I grew up around soul music, a lot of Earth, Wind and Fire, a lot of that shit. So I'm an R&B singer at heart. You know what I'm saying? But I listen to the thuggery with them. But I mean, what do you like to listen to outside of rap? Because I think a lot of artists don't listen to just rap.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to a little bit of everything. If it sounds good to me, then I'll listen to it. Like, you know, I try and just keep an open ear. I listen to a lot of Sade though.
I like Sade.
A lot of I listen to a lot of Saba, J. Cole.
I heard a lot of good things about Saba.
Yeah, I love is dope. I mean, Lauryn Hill,
Queen.
I listen to a lot of. I fuck with A Chow. A Chow is dope. He has a different sound. But I really love rap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Rap got me through so much. Whether
so you have different pockets of rap.
Yeah, whether it may be Big Crit or it may be fucking.
Talk.
We love Crit up here.
We love Crit up here.
One of my favorite artists. If you haven't seen it, I did a freestyle for Big Crit, like in person at one of his shows, and that shit was crazy. I got a video. It's on my. I believe it's on my Instagram. But you can check that out. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like even like with him, he got me through a period of my life where I couldn't even make music, and I was just like, I was very like depressed about it. You know what I'm saying? And just listening to him got me through. You know what I'm saying? Mobb Deep, they one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Nas, definitely one of my favorites. Jay-Z, definitely one of my favorites. So, you know, like you said, different pockets of rap. Like that's what really be getting me through. But I have an appreciation for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like Black Sabbath sometimes. I just wake up and I want to listen to Black Sabbath. Like I be rocking out. You know what I'm saying?
Alice in Chains?
Huh?
Alice in Chains? Nirvana?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's my bag.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? You know what I mean?
Facts.
As long as it's not no racist shit like in the lyrics, right? I'm rocking with it.
I feel you. That's how I am with a lot of music, bro. Like they kill me on like on my I like listening to like black like K Tandra, like shit like that. Like I fuck with like I like black artists, but that are doing different shit too. You know what I'm saying? But when it leaks into hip hop too, it's even better. You know what I'm saying? I love like Kid Cudi is one of my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? He took me to all the different sounds and shit that, you know what I'm saying, make me appreciate other sounds of pockets of rap and shit like that. But what's some artists that you're, you know what I'm saying, listening to right now? Like what's on your playlist, you know what I'm saying, right now when you, like I said, on your workouts or you know what I'm saying, you just chilling in the car or something like that? What you listening to right now?
Conway the Machine. Shout out to Big Bro. I'm listening to West Side Gun. I'm listening to Benny the Butcher. I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar a lot of the time. J. Cole.
You waiting for that Kendrick album? He playing.
Been waiting.
You waiting on it for sure. I listen to a lot of ASAP Rocky. Listening to Billy Esco. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep
Shout
it.
out to Billy Esco, man. He been moving heavy, man. Shout out to Cafe.
Word, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep it like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I jump in my car, I want to hear something familiar a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? When I'm on a plane, then that's when I'm kind of checking out different stuff, things that I haven't listened to. It's an art, or actually 03 Guido. That's why I just started listening to. Like 03.
West Coast, okay. I love the West Coast, man.
Period. Like West Coast, I rock with the West, period.
Told you, Los.
Just started listening to 03 Guido.
You got a whole Death Row shirt on.
I be trying to tell him I'm low-key fake from the West Coast, bro. They be killing me. I'm low-key fake from Cali, but that's me there.
But now, like, you know, I like to keep it familiar for like my playlist. I listen to a lot of Nipsey. I listen to a lot of DMX. You know, things that you could like, music that you can feel. You know what I'm saying? When I'm listening to music, a lot of the time, and I'm jumping in the car, I want to hear something like when I'm riding, it's like something that's speaking to me, somebody that's speaking to me. You know what I mean? Because I can't listen to a lot of the younger generation because I feel like they're not speaking to me or speaking for me. Like I can speak for myself, but it's like they're not speaking a language that I can really, not that I can't understand it, but I can't relate to it.
Can't be in the club 24/7.
It's not even about being in a club though. It's just more so.
I'm talking about the sound, like, you know what I'm saying. When you're in the car, like sometimes you want to have that, just like that feeling. You know what I'm saying, that mellowed out time. You know what I'm saying. I don't know. Yeah, it's a feeling.
Blow out. Like I'm not a super turned up nigga. Like I don't, you know what I mean. I don't drink. I don't smoke, so I don't be in that vibe. You know what I mean. I be in my. I'm trying to chill. Let me sit back and zone real quick.
I feel you on that. Is that more what influenced you to make the type of music that you make?
Not really, because even with that, like, I guess you can say in a way, but I still have like, I feel like I'm very unique as a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a few people that really can inspire me. Like I listen to Black Thought, I listen to Kendrick Lamar, I listen to J. Cole. Like those are like Andre. Those are my guys that I go to when I say, okay, I want to sit down and inspired. Like
that's a good 4.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are the cats that I want to listen to, the Nas's, the Jay-Z's. Those I'm going to for that type of inspiration. But other than that, like if I'm just in the car, I'm zoning, man. I'm trying to just, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get right.
Now I feel you on that, man. Now getting into sneaker talk, like you said, you know, when I met you, you see me in the sneaker lines, in and out of Villa, sometimes just chilling and shit.
How far back do y'all go?
I mean, this was just like going like what 2014, 13,
a little bit before that, maybe 2012.
2020, you know, I used to be out here in these streets, bro. I chilled out a lot. I used to be out here, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I told him about the square and shit.
At Villa.
Yeah. Yep. I told him about the square and shit, like how everybody was that was just the melting pot for the city right there. You'll see everybody down there.
It was at the squares.
Yep. Even told him about the free pizza spot, the crazy, the little Christian meet. It was like the Christian center. They would give out the free pizza and shit, bro. I told him about that too.
Facts. No, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
It used to be crazy lit down there, man. Sure. But speaking about sneakers, man, I mean, like I said, you speak it a lot in your song. One of your slogans is, yo, let me separate the Jordan 1s from the Jordan mids.
Yeah. Separate the Jordan mids from the Jordan.
Yes, sir. Now, speak of like, what is what is your, I know you love Jordan 1s, but where does the inspiration for that slogan and like, how does it leak into what you talking about in rap?
It's funny. You are the first person to actually ask me about that. I've done probably 20 interviews in the last months, and you're the first person to ask me that. So shout out to you for knowing that and actually knowing to ask me that. And also shout out to the person that I saw on Twitter the other day that actually tried to clown that shit. Whoever you are,
they probably got the bread Jordan 1 mids.
They probably wear mids.
Yeah, they probably wear mids
and smoke mids too.
There you go. So basically what it is, like you said, like Jordan 1s, I got a history with Jordan 1s going back to like 2006. You know what I'm saying? That was always like one of my favorite Jordans. And it was one of my favorites because people always sleep on it. Now, with me being an artist, and I told you my story, like, you know what I mean? We've been trying to get this notoriety for such a long time. We've been trying to be established artists for a long time. And I always felt slept on. You get what I'm saying? And so with like the rap that Jordan 1s got for the longest time, because people would disrespect the hell out of Jordan 1s.
Oh, it looks like a dunk, all this stuff.
They still do, unfortunately.
Yeah, they would talk down on a Jordan 1. And so it was always like for me, and then when it got a little bit more popular, it was like, wait a minute, like y'all niggas be wearing mids. Them ain't Jordan 1s for real. Like Jordan 1s is the highs. So my thinking was, I remember because I started saying this shit back in 2017 when I was actually still wearing ones. But I was in the studio and I was like, man, we about to separate the Jordan mids from the Jordan highs because the Jordan highs is the OGs. Jordan didn't play in no mids.
No. Ever. The closest you got was the first like prototype of them shits. They was just a little shorter, but those ain't mids.
Ain't mids. He hooped in the highs.
Right.
And highs look better. They're a better price point. And so I said, yo, that's about to just be my shit. We about to separate the Jordan mids from the Jordan highs. And it's like, yo, it's also like we separating the high grade from the mid grade. If we talking in terms of like weed, you know what I'm saying? So we separating the high from the mid.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And the highs just look better. They more swaggy. That's what I'm trying to be. Y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? Not y'all niggas, but you know, y'all niggas, y'all be wanting to be mids and shit and fit in with else. You see mids more because they make more of the mids. So when we talking in terms of rappers, I'm trying to be a top tier rapper. I'm not trying to be a cookie cutter mid tier rapper. Like I want to be up here. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, considered one of the highs. So, you know, we're gonna separate I'm the separation of Jordan mids and Jordan highs. And if you didn't know, there's only one thing that separates the Jordan mids from the Jordan highs. Well, a few things, but the main thing is it's an extra eyelet in the highs. So it's 9 eyelets in the highs and it's 8 in the mids.
Dog, I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't even have any. I never had any mids, even though like I only got the Jordan 1, so I wouldn't even know that. But that's crazy.
Him breaking that line down the way he just did makes it like 10 times harder.
Clark Kent would be proud.
I don't like the extra colorways on the ones either. The only ones I like are the red and black OGs with the white and the gold and black. I saw yellow and black the other day. I almost puked. I saw green and black the other day. I almost puked. Just the red, white, and black. Just the gold and black. That's all.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the mids. I mean, I got respect for the new loves, and I got respect for like the alpha.
That's,
you know what I'm saying.
There you go.
I'll give, and even the old loves, I'll give some respect for those. But, bro,
and that was in the pack.
Yeah,
that was the pack.
We can't do mids. Can't do no mids.
Now you said, like you said, you used to. Do you not subscribe to Jordan 1s anymore, or the hype at least?
And this is what's crazy. And I'm not saying this because I'm humble, bro. But ever since I kind of upped where I am as far as what I'm saying, where I am as an artist and everything, I really only want to wear sneakers that niggas can't get. You feel me? So like one of the last pair of sneakers that I copped was the not for resale one. Before that one, it's the red one. It's not the yellow one. But before that one, I hadn't really bought a Jordan 1 in almost 2 years because I can't stand anything with like real like crazy hype that like it has no like there's no sense behind it.
No story, no nothing behind it.
And like I have a very strong distaste for that. You know what I'm saying? So when I started seeing people, everybody wanted to rock ones, and ones was selling out. And when I was still working at the sneaker store, people was coming and buying every single pair of mids that we had and reselling it for $50, $60 over retail. It
nasty.
It was like, yo, I can't even wear ones no more because the hype is just too high right now. I gotta wait for it to die down because I don't want to look like the rest of y'all.
It's crazy right now. You see,
I started wearing Yeezys because I never was a Yeezy dude. I would always wear, me, I was always a Jordan dude.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, because I stopped buying general releases too. So when I seen that, I was like, okay, I gotta transition to something else. And so I transitioned to like Nike Shocks and I started wearing Yeezys and all that. So, but now, like I'll buy certain Jordans, like I got the Union 4s in there. What else I got in there? I got them not for resale ones. I just copped some De La Soul lows.
Nice classics.
Did they get the splits? I'm kidding.
You stupid. Got the Margiela split right in there.
I'm kidding.
Nah, you crazy. That's a classic though.
I like the Insta Pump Margielas.
Those are nice. Those ones.
I just was on In Clothing. They had a pair on In Clothing. Shout out my man Chris. Some
outfits make them look nice. Some people have been rocking them, making them look nice.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit of everything now. I used to just be strictly okay. Give me the retros. I do a little bit of everything now though. I just don't want to look like the rest. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to look like niggas. But I want niggas to understand that I've been doing this sneaker shit for a long ass time. Like niggas can't talk about sneakers like I can talk about sneakers. That's why I put them in the raps. Because I know
heavy.
You know what I'm saying? Like just real shit. I know the history. I know a lot about sneakers. So like, I need niggas to understand. Like whenever they see Jae Skeese, like nah, that's a lie.
So is there sneaker battles between you and Westside? Who wins?
I mean, West is probably gonna win just based off the fact that nigga is like a millionaire. When I'm up there with him, it's gonna be tough. But West get fly though. I ain't gonna lie.
He do.
Con get fly too though.
He do. Nah, Con been yo.
Oh, the hands.
Yo, I'm a buckethead connoisseur myself. He's been going crazy with the buckets, yo.
With the buckets.
He's
been going crazy
into the buckets and all that. Like
I see a dunk fan too.
Crazy big joint.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, I need to get back into these buckets.
Yeah, he's definitely. I see he been heavy on the dunks, heavy on the babe. I've been watching, yo. I like it though.
Yeah, that's
Jay, top 3 shoes all time.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Infrared 6, Aqua 8, and
I knew you were gonna say that Aqua 8.
Gotta say Aqua 8. That's
I knew it.
My favorite shoe. That is my favorite shoe of all time.
Aqua.
So what was it?
That's why I wore the Florida Marlins, man. Aqua.
So what did I say? Infrared 6, Aqua 8, and the black and silver 5.
Me, man, always.
Suede joint.
This I know which one. Do you talk about the metallic ones or?
Yeah, metallic.
Yes. Man, me. Oh man, the 3. I'll probably have to say ones, and I had to say probably to say ones I copped. But me, I'll probably say Black Cement 3s. Oof, Black Cement 3s. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Black Cement 3s. Oh man. I gotta put a Grail in there, man. I probably have to, because this is probably one of the greatest Air Force Ones, man. That Entourage, man. That Entourage Air Force One is one of the greatest shoes I've ever seen in my life. I'm an Air Force One head, bro. I love Air Force Ones, man.
Growing up, I didn't even wear Jordans because I couldn't afford them. So all I had was Nike.
Come on.
I had 2 stacks. 2 sets.
Talk.
You know what I'm saying? Of all
Jordan was a luxury back in the day, bro.
For a fact. I remember
big luxury.
First time when people would stand outside the sneaker store, athletes for Bailey and Kensington.
Come on.
But like Air Force One drops. They wasn't waiting on Jordans.
Bro. Actually, I probably put the camel joints, man. I remember getting them joints and going to Jerry's, bro. Instantly, man. And every time I used to go in the Ricks, I see them, I'm like, yeah, I got them ones right there, man.
He pointed them out. He like,
yeah, bro. It was like, bro, Air Force Ones was like, that was
Jerry's was a staple.
That's when you go there and get the ill pictures. The pictures that be trying to take today looking like the early 2000s. That's where we used to go.
That's a staple in Buffalo history.
For like, real, bro.
Jerry's pick or what was the other shit called in the mall? The platinum or whatever.
Yeah, it was right there. As soon as you come in the entrance, like where street game at.
In like you had to go and do that, or you didn't grow up in Buffalo.
Bro, you used to go there and take the pictures, and you'd be like the source cover or some shit like that, bro. It was crazy. Yo, it was dumb fire.
Now I got a question about, okay, so me and my man's right here, because he's from Buffalo, as you know, and me and him go, and I'm from the Bronx, born and raised, and the Bronx, we're pizza snobs up here.
Yep.
Here we go.
I know.
And my man over here says
yes.
Oh, so you know where I'm going with it.
Buffalo pizza is better.
Tell him, bro.
I know. Well, you gotta fold your shit. In the X, we fold our shit like a tortilla. Y'all can't do that with y'all.
Yes, we can.
Nah,
go to the right place.
I don't like to fold my pizza, but it's no need to, bro. Like that paper thin pizza, New York style pizza, I don't like it.
That pizza about that thick, bro.
Y'all can have the wings. Y'all own the wings, but the pizza, that's our shit.
Nah, bro.
Respectfully.
I just was having this debate with somebody, like literally like 2 days ago.
Me and this nigga have this debate at least weekly.
Have you ever had buffalo pizza?
I have not.
Nope.
Okay,
no. And as soon as I go up there, we
go on Lenova's.
You gotta bring a box.
You can go to Bocce's and they will send you a pie overnight to your crib, and then you put it in your oven and let the shit cook, and you can experience buffalo pizza.
Swear to God, my people in the A do that.
How did you not tell me this?
I think I did. No, you know it's crazy. I was going to tell you that because I was asking my sister, how does Lenova's do that? Because I was going to send you some of her food. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Big Ma's Kitchen. But they can do that, yo. My people in the A do that all the time, bro. They do it all
I'm gonna
the
have to do that. I'm gonna have to try this for myself.
Or he be trying to clown our pepperonis and all that.
It look like little sugar bug glizzies, man.
Lenova is good, but I'm not gonna call it top tier buffalo pizza. But Lenova is good.
My favorite is Carbones. I ain't gonna lie. I like the new Bocce's downtown.
What's the shit that Sue got the other night?
What was that shit?
That was Down the Way Steak.
Oh, he had Down the Way Steak.
But Gino and Joe's too.
Gino, well, that's the NY style pizza. We got shit that's like y'all.
I like.
But I say Carbones, Bocce's. Well, Leonardi's when they was open.
Yeah,
Leonardi's, they was lit as fuck. And Franco's, and I mean somebody.
Anywhere else?
I ain't gonna lie, yo. As much as I'm really a uptown East Side kid, I don't really get too much Buffalo pizza down in the South Buffalo because it's a little racist down there. It's a little racist.
Avenue 2. Avenue's 2.
It's a sprinkle.
He said it's a little racist.
Sprinkle.
Cereal down there.
Avenues 2 on the corner of his old street.
Yeah, Avenues 2. Yes. You get the big ass slice.
Yeah, but I remember when this was $1.50.
Facts, bro.
You're like $4.75 now.
Oh yeah, you definitely
$1.50 for a joint, just a bigger joint. $1.50.
The shit really covered half the box.
The slice is gonna be this big.
You think of the pizza box? It literally covers a half of the pizza box. You
Mhm.
cut the half of the pizza box in half. That's how big the slice is.
I'm gonna look into that Lenovo's delivery because I need to see this shit.
I'm telling you, bro. I told you, Buffalo's lit, bro, with the food. We don't play, man.
Disappointed.
But last crazy thing, man. So like being at Villa, man, for that time, what was the like craziest things working there, man? Like, because I know you've been there for some time, and the sneaker game has been crazy back in the day.
Yeah.
What's some of the craziest things you've seen working there?
I think the craziest release was the 2011 Concord release.
Oh my god!
I remember that shit because that was when a lot of was that 2011? Yeah, 2011. That was when a lot of the like spots will still do like midnight releases and shit. And we did a midnight release in that plaza. We didn't have no security, and bruh, it was absolute like mayhem, bro.
They literally came in just like a triangle force, bro.
It was mayhem, bro. I remember my man was outside. I'm not gonna say his name, but my man was outside. I think some nigga punked him, and he was like, bro, they skipped me, and he was crying. I'm like, bro, like, you a grown ass man. You gonna let that man skip you, bro? You gotta,
Yeah, bro. It was
Grown ass man.
It was lit in them blinds, bro.
And man, it was between that release, the 07 Aqua release. That was crazy because I was actually in line for that when I was working at Finish Line at the time, but I was at the one in the Eastern Hills.
Oh yeah, that's a long time ago.
Or over in the Galley. So I remember everybody was just out front because, you know, this was when, like, when Jordans would drop, it would be once every 2 months, once every 3 months. You know, you wasn't getting 3 drops every week. You know what I'm saying? And man, I remember them doors opened up, security came, niggas busted them doors open, niggas ran down, and I ran over the finish line. I got my pair, I was good. Another one of the craziest releases also was you remember the first Fresh Prince 5?
Oh my god, yo! Everybody was dumb hype over those.
Yeah, the first
one was gray, the gray ones.
Gray one.
With the Fresh Prince colorway?
Yeah.
It was gray with the purple.
With the purple and then the 2-color Jumpmans and shit.
Mm-hmm.
We was the only store. This was when I was at the Thruway location. We was the only store in Buffalo, in the entirety of Buffalo, that got them in kids. And I remember because the girl worked at
everybody kid had them shits, yo.
I swear to God, they came it was a Friday. They came at 10 a.m. and waited outside until the next day, bro. But for kid size though, like I could understand if it was like a men's size, it was real limited. No, this girl wanted her daughter to have these shits.
They knew the game. They knew the game by now,
bro.
They definitely knew the game by now. It was crazy.
It was a crazy release. It was a few real crazy ones. I remember one of the funny stories that I got. It was this dude who would come all the time, and he would cop. You know what I'm saying? Any release pretty much. And I remember he was tight because when the Zoom Galaxy Rookies came out the first time, he had came to my store, and I actually had to wait outside for those because it was only like 9 pairs. And I waited outside for them joints, and I was sitting there, and I think I copped the last pair before he got. So he was tight. And so the next release that came out, it was a pair of foams or something. And he walked up, and I was cashing him out. His box was messed up, but it was the last size we had. And he looked at me, he was like, man, you don't never bet your box will never. I was like, bro, I don't wear the box. And everybody in the line was cracking the fuck up, bro.
Come on, son. Like,
I don't wear the box. I don't give a fuck about the box, bro. I wear my sneakers. You know what I'm saying? This was
wear your kicks, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? So rock your kicks. You know what I mean?
Big facts. And I done wore my bacons like 5 times already. The
reseller shit has never been cool to me. Even when I first started working at Finish Line and all that, it never, like, I get it that, you know, it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity to make some bread. I ain't never gonna knock nobody hustle, but it's never been cool to me, bro. Like, being a sneakerhead is not about copping or, you know what I'm saying, and then flipping it for $50. It's about when you get up on whatever day that shoe come out, you know what I'm saying, you excited, you got a chance to go and get your fucking shoe you've been thinking about for the last 2-3 months since you first seen it, or seen it, and you know what I'm saying, you get the satisfaction of getting up, you know what I'm saying, running down, getting your size, cashing out, and then getting that shoe home, and then you can put that shit on your foot. Like, damn, I really like, yo, I've been waiting on this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like anything else. Like, whether it be music, you know what I'm saying? You've been waiting on your favorite artist to drop. And then
Her finally got that her debut album. Finally,
you know what I'm saying? That album, like, damn, I've been really waiting on it. Like, the reseller shit has never been cool to me, bro. Like, niggas running down. I actually this morning, I got up this morning trying to get them orange Yeezy slides.
oh my God, man, lines is finally back open. Jesus,
fucking Yeezy supply this morning, looking dumb as hell. Because when I opened up the link, it opened it up in Safari instead of Chrome. You know you can't buy shit on Safari from Yeezy supply. So I opened it up, and then I opened it up. I realized that I was on Safari, not on Chrome. I opened it up on Chrome, and it was sold out. And Safari
instantly
still loading and shit.
2.5 seconds, them joints be gone, bro.
But I went on StockX right afterwards. Some slides for $60. I go on StockX, they $260
for some slides.
And it's like, bro, it's like I get it.
It look like they prison slides, bro.
For some slides.
the orange. No, they are fired. They fire. I'm fire. I'm joking, but it's like, I'm just saying though, like, come on, 260
buck, but it's like, bro, that shit is
steep.
That's nasty, bro. It's nasty. That's why I ain't gonna lie. That's why, to me, like, at this point, man, like, if I can get to the shoe, I can get it. But at this point, man, like, I found a love, like you said, you start finding love for different things. Like I found a love for start making my own shoes. Like I had the, you know what I'm saying, the luxury of having a conversation with Ari, who made the menthols, you know what I'm saying? On because I, you know what I'm saying, you know, I don't know if you follow PG Nose on Instagram, posts a lot of heat on it. But long story short, I made a flip of the same shoes that I got. I made a flip of the Newport joints, my own joint called the Lucy's, whatever. And I tagged them and such, whatever. And he had posted them joints, and I was like, hey, joints look kind of similar, but neither here nor there. That led me to, you know what I'm saying, end up having a conversation with Ari, and we just started talking about sneakers and just kind of like the same thing we talking about, just the love and the art of the history of the joints. He started showing me joints from like 09, like those black, orange, it was like orange, black, and green Air Force Ones, like just history, man. And like this stuff that you know what I'm saying, the love of sneakers, like I said, but I started like making my own joints. I made my man some sneakers on Nike ID. Like I just started messing around with that just to have something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just simple. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like those.
Hard limited edition.
Yep.
But like I said, just even that, or just like finding Air Maxes, or you know what I'm saying, dope Air Force Ones, or even to the point, like I said, you know what I'm saying, I put him onto like some joints that came out back in the day that re-released, but you know what I'm saying, just letting them know the history of it. Instead of just saying like, yo, these joints you could flip, you know what I'm saying, because this, and that, you know what I'm saying? It's rather than, you know,
one of the biggest sneakerheads I know.
Bro, like that's what I'm saying, but like not even being funny, bro, like seeing dudes like him and like multiple guys in the city that's been doing it for years at a high level that, you know what I'm saying, when that next generation came in, bro, we just, you know what I'm saying, we just kept it going, bro. Like I was like, when that line for the concourse happened, like I was just happy to go there to see if I can get a second pair just so I could put up. I already had mine, but I just happened to see the craziness, and it's just like, this is not how it should be, bro.
Right.
Like this is not how it should be at all. And that's where I started like falling back for a while, man, and just started getting different shit, man. And just because nobody else is gonna go crazy for that. And that's really how the sneaker game goes, man. Like for real. Craziness leads you to other things, and that gets hyped, and the cycle continues, man. Like it continues and continues. But man. But like I said, we don't want to keep you here too long, man. Last thing we want to know, like I said, you got the album, said 95% done. Do we have a date? Is it somewhere this year? Or are we looking 2022?
So we looking at this year. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully before the tour. You know, the tour jumps off. Love Will Get You Killed tour.
Yep.
I'm there. Boston date, I'm there.
It's crazy. His date is there, and then right after y'all come to Buffalo, so we both gonna be having something to talk about on the pod for real.
Facts.
Yeah. So yeah, like hopefully before the tour, so you know I can have that energy going. But you know it'll come when it needs to. I keep saying, you know, saying that I'm gonna drop when the world needs it, not when the world wants it, but when the world needs it.
When the world needs it.
So I did have a date, you know, that we felt good about, and we ended up having to move it. So, but the album wasn't done yet, and you know, it was a lot of other things that still needed to be done. So, you know, it is what it is. But you know, again, it's gonna be here when the world needs it. So, you know, but we're definitely looking at this year.
And let them know what the name is again.
Yes, sir. That joint is called Abolished Uncertainties.
So look out for Abolished Uncertainties, man. We can't wait to listen to that joint, most definitely, especially after this conversation. And for me, it just as a Buffalonian, man, and just seeing somebody like I said, somebody that I, I'm saying, I know and seen personally, and just hearing this story, I'm saying, the bits and pieces, and being known that we can be able to find something even, I'm saying, even more introspective. I can't wait for that, man, most definitely. And shout out to Drumwork. We seeing the rise of the artists. We can't wait for love. We can't wait for everybody's moving. Like a lot of y'all is moving and grooving right there, man. Like I'm loving it right now. The whole city is moving, and this is just great to see right now, man. Thank you for pulling up, man. Most definitely,
Appreciate it.
You already know, man. Make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram, man, at Jae Skeese. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow the movement as well, at Drumwork Music. You can follow me on Twitter as well, Jae Skeese, JaeSkeese. And also make sure y'all stop by the website, man, bnblyc.com. That's my brand.
Most definitely, bro. Yo, check because I'm trying to get some of them shorts. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely trying to get a shoe. You know, when the winters, I mean, when the fall season come up, I'm a fall nigga. I need some of them jean jackets too, man. Them shits is hard. Bro, I'm gonna show you them joints. Look, he gets crazy, bro. He really gets crazy with them joints.
Yes, sir.
But nah, man, thank you again, man. This was dope, man. Like I said, town love is what I always try to show, man. And like I said, you're doing it big right now. So we want to, you know what I'm saying, just show you love, give you your flowers while you're doing it right now. Like I said, especially me, somebody been seeing you doing it for a while. I want to give you flowers as you're doing it. It's great to see what you're doing right now, man. And I hope it, like you said, inspires others to continue to do what they do, man.
For sure,
Shout
man.
out to you, bro.
Facts, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, bro, man. You be easy, man.
Yeah, peace.
Peace. Now, that was dope, bro.
That was dope. Look at, man. I didn't know y'all went that far back.
I mean, like I said, bro, like we're not like personal friends, but like I said, Buffalo's a small city, man. Like I said, you see people a lot of times, man, and it's just like you said, it's just you can see somebody vibe as a cool nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying, a dope slap up.
Humble dude, definitely.
Yeah, like you said, humble.
Definitely the nigga I would ask in the shoe store to hold some shit down for me till I come back.
Nah, bro, like, yo, it was a lot of crazy releases, bro. Like, shoot, man, those midnight releases was really crazy, man. But man, like.